and welcome back once again to another Axie Infinity Bootcamp. And for tonight, we actually have Jd7 from Descent C. And I'm actually really excited with our guest. He was actually one of my betas or one of my leads in my former guild. And he's actually really good on this game. So JD, can you please share a bit of your background on how you started with Axie? What's your take on Axie when you initially started, and how did your organization or your community grew up so fast?
Hey guys, mm, we are from Descent C. We actually started from a pretty simple standard gaming community. We started playing Ragnarok online back then. That was about 3 years ago. Am I right, here? 3 years, yeah.
Yeah. By
Yeah,
the way,
3 years
bro, your
ago.
camera is freezing.
Okay,
But
sorry. Let me just fix that. Apologies for that. I'm using my laptop's webcam, so it's a little bit hanging.
there
Is
you
it
go.
working now?
Yeah, this
Okay,
is
that's
working right
nice.
now.
Okay, nice. So yeah, as I was saying, we were a Ragnarok online guild. So throughout the times, we've stuck with each other since then because we actually built quite a strong bond, especially between the small group of us. And we've tried switching different games throughout the time. And I think last year around August or September, we came across Axie Infinity. So each of us started playing an account. And when we get in deeper into the game, we realized that NFT gaming is really such an interesting thing, and we really believe that NFT gaming is something that will be taking over mainstream gaming. So after we did go into different NFT games as well, but we still believe as an ecosystem, and also the community, Axie Infinity is just currently at the top of the league. So yeah, so from there, we actually um, we actually sort of put in most of our effort and also our focus onto Axie Infinity, and we try to build our community. Mhm.
All
Yeah.
right. Yeah, that was actually a really good perspective. Actually, when we started also with Axie, it was really a kind of a new perspective. For
Mhm.
us, not since play to earn games are really not that popular way back, and it's actually
Mhm.
more of us paying rather than we are the one earning that's happening.
Yeah.
And when Axie actually started the boom, we were actually
Mhm.
surprised that oh, you can actually earn from playing. And
Mhm.
yeah, from then I think the perspective in the landscape already switched. And right now I think
Mhm.
NFT play to earn games are really common. And um it's not really new right now, but I think Axie Infinity really did pioneer the way for that one. So yeah, thank you
Mhm.
so much, JT, for that quick introduction. Maybe you can also start introducing your lineups for your
Okay.
Axie tonight.
Right. Nice. Oh, 1 second. Right. Is my screen showing?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Nice. So over here, I'm playing a standard plant mech aqua lineup. Right. So let's start with our plant. Our plant is a aqua stock cattail plant. So in the meta right now, we're seeing a lot of double aquas. We're seeing a lot of tail slaps and stuff like that. So aqua stock is really strong, just to buy turns, yeah. And cattail definitely because there's so many hybrid aquas, and also a lot of beasts and stuff like that. So cattail is really strong right now. And our aqua is a Babylonia aqua. So instead of the standard sort of Oranda, we opted for Babylonia just for the armor, and also we it's a high we have a higher chance of, let's say, going for the kill at turn one. If the opponent didn't manage to get any plant cards, we can actually just go risky shell jab. I think that goes for about 250 damage. And finally, standard donut arco. So double nutcracker, arco, and heroic. So this one is sort of our bread and butter, our main DPS, and also our backline. Right. So pretty stable lineup. I'd say it will do pretty well across 1.2 to 2K MMR. So do I need to elaborate further, or should I start playing?
I think we can already start playing. Can you also share us what are the things that you prepare of when you actually played with someone? Do you prepare for
Mhm.
the win condition? What do you prepare? Do you count energy or something like that?
Yeah.
Maybe you can start with arena.
Yep. So let's go. Ooh, that's loud. Yep. So up against a cheating, and also it does so comparatively we are much stronger in terms of our aggressiveness. So generally, I really like to go aggressive against these sort of lineups. But yeah, I think generally I'll go for the damage over here because I don't have my double nut. If I had my double nut, I would have just went full beast and breakaway. So for the win condition against this lineup, I would say as long as we get the dust HP down by 100, meaning 350, by the time it reaches 1v1, I could just kill him right off the bat. But I think that's the main win condition here. On second thought, let's pass this. He's a cheating. He won't play his turn 1 anyways. I don't have enough damage to actually burst him down. So generally at turn 2, if he plays nothing, I would just assume that he has 3 cards on each Axie. So 9 total cards, so 3, 3, 3. So of course he might get lucky and go for the turn 2 cheating, but hope he doesn't. But if he does go cheating, I think I pretty much lost the game already. Alright, so we're fine. So I didn't went prickly over here because my fish is much faster than his. So I'm pretty sure I can still play my fish even after my mech dies. 5, play 2, gain 1. It's on 6. 10 cards. Play 2. So let's assume he has 2, 4, 4 cards, right? So over here it's a really tough call if we should actually gamble our acrobatic. Okay, that's nice. So it's back on 7. So we're pretty much sure that he's gonna jump on my mech right now. And even after he jumps my mech, I think it's fine because I can kill him with my fish next. But the issue is it's really hard to enter 1v1 against a dust as a fish. So I think over here we need to try to keep our plant alive. Oh, we can shoot for a kill. That's nice. So 7 played 6. 9 cards. That's one 3. I should be able to burst him down here. So with the Swift Escape, I don't rush my Tail Slap. I can play Tail Slap next turn, but I do wanna guarantee the kill. It might be overused, but if this gets through, I pretty much just won the game already. Oh, lucky crit. Nice. Yeah, so it's really hard to lose from here. Oh, that's nice. So MMR is a little low. Yeah, I just started playing yesterday, I think. Should I keep going?
Yes, JD, you can actually do continue. Go on.
All right. Am I speaking fast?
It's okay. It's okay.
That's sorry, because hmm. All right. So pretty standard lineup. Nothing much to be wary about. He doesn't have his upstream, so it's really easy for me to 1v1 him as a Arco mech. I don't really want to waste my cattail here because he's not an aggressive beast. He needs his combo cards in order to go online. So I don't think I need to waste my cattail here. Although Vegeton 1 is really good, but yeah, I'd rather keep the cattail. Five. So yeah, I'm really tempted to play double veggie here. Since I'm going last, I think double veggie works pretty well, but the issue is I might be afraid of the beast killing me, but this should be fine. I mean, the beast has a Luna Absorb, unless he got like a really lucky draw, double single combat ivory piercing. That should be fine. Nice. So 5 play 2, lost 2. So it's back on 3. Yep, so over here definitely I would want to put my cattail up. He's on 3. I'm not too threatened by 3 energy, so I don't think I even need my Aqua stuff here. So we've seen double pumpkin, definitely we go for the kill here. 3 nuts should barely kill him, but I think my cattail should be able to finish his plan off. But he has leak. That's high damage. So let's commit one more card. Now we should commit. Up plan instead. Yeah. Let's not waste our fish cards here. Should be just enough. So use all 3 and you gain 1. Spec on 3 next turn. Spec on 3. He only played 1 Luna Absorb. So yeah, he might be able to survive 3 fish cards. But since I have a heroic, I might be able to just cheese him through. Yeah, I stayed here. Yep, play 3 again 1. So it's still on 3. Since I've seen my Babylonia already, I know that 4 cards from his fish can't kill me anyways, and he's only on 3. So he might spend 2 over here. So yeah, going 1 card here. If he goes 1 Shuriken, he'll have 4 next, and I can just armor up and win him next turn. So he spent 2. Yep, he's on 3 next, so definitely I won't die. Yep, see.
GGWP JD.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry about ago. There was actually an emergency call that I
Mm-hmm.
need to take. So yeah, that
Oh,
was
no
a
worries, no
good
worries.
question. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I forgot
Mm-hmm.
actually to ask you. On your current lineup, since you are using an AMP or an MAP. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
how it's pronounced right now.
Mm-hmm.
What are the lineups that you are actually having a hard times against to face against with, and what are the lineups that you face that you think you are really going to have an easy time with? Something that you think that if you see this lineup, this is already a sure win for me.
So against soup lineup, we're pretty strong against soup lineups, right? Because our main DPS is protected by the fish. But against sort of sneaky raid like a sort of furball twin needle sneaky raid, if they get that draw early, or even cheating fishes, if they get that draws early, they pretty much just kill us at round one, round two. So that one really puts us in a disadvantage. But again, sort of soup lineups, we are pretty happy to meet them because basically we can just put in one swift escape and we can survive the soup combo, and we'll outspeed the bird as well. So against sort of even against tri-spike lineups, double dust, I think we do pretty well. We have lack of damage against double plant comparative to, let's say, a bird lineup, because we only have one main DPS that can do damage to a plant. So I think, but good part about that is double plant lineups are falling off already. But
Oh yeah, it is.
yeah, against grass snakes as well. Grass snakes we should have a little bit of issue. Unless we are the if we are the Axie Kiss version, we will do much better against the grass snakes.
Prior to this lineup, GD, were you using a different lineup, or was this the lineup that you actually went ahead away from get go?
I was using a tri-spike mech, so a midline tri-spike and a backline mech with the same plant. Mhm. So that was pretty fun as well. It's actually one of the pretty cost-efficient lineup, because tri-spike is, I think tri-spike is about $30-$40 if I'm not mistaken. So it's pretty cost-efficient as well. But if you're running a 49 mech, we need a tri-spike that has one bird or fish part. So we can't use the pure tri-spike lineup, just so it outspeeds the mech and it's protected from the soup. Because back then soup was really heavy, like on the high 2.2Ks we see a lot of soups.
All right. Yeah, I was actually using a dry spike reptile as well before, and
Mm-hmm.
actually a backline beast. And with actually the buff with the mechs, actually the mechs really do. I think they made somewhat the beast obsolete. So, what are your thoughts about the mechs and the beasts right now? Do you think it's still worth to use a beast over a mech since they have higher speed, or does the morale really do play a big role in terms of the damage that is gonna be dished out with the beast, since they
I
have the
think
max morale.
Yeah, I think if you're running a fast backline, it's fine to have a midline beast, Ronin one specifically for the crit, because the Ronin beast crits a little bit harder than Mech, right? So I think it's still usable, and the price point is not far. It's not a big difference in price point as well. So, but if I were to compare one to one, definitely I would prefer the Mech, just because of the speed and also the more consistent damage, especially from double nut. It hurts. It's just double nut is 340 plus on plant right now.
All right. Guys, if you have any questions, you can actually drop it down here on the English voice text. Actually, JD, I was sniping through the, the Discord channel as well of Decent, and I
Mm-hmm.
actually see the people staying there. And if you can invite them as well here on the Discord channel of YGG, they can actually have a chance. Later on, maybe we'll probably have a giveaway or something. But right now, I think we can already proceed with the arena matches and go on. I think you already have the bootcamp buffs. If you don't know, the bootcamp buffs is you're going to win all your arena matches here on the bootcamp. So wish you luck.
Oh, okay. How many games are you playing?
Maybe you can still play like one or two games, and maybe
Okay,
we can visit the marketplace afterwards.
sure. Yeah. So as Sil said, if any of the people from Descent are watching, feel free to jump over to YGG's English channel. I think we have a giveaway after this, right? So it's pretty standard lineup. Healing dust. Yeah, nothing much I can do over here. It's a pretty non-aggressive tournament, so there's nothing. I don't need to comment anything here. If I had the heroic here, I would have just all in him with double nut heroic and a risky fish. But since he's also a healer, so yeah, I might hold back a little. Hmm. That's not what you want to see. So this is the tough decision you have to make, right? Whether or not you play Cattail for the beast. I mean, if you hit Cattail here, we pretty much just won a game already. We can't commit our fish cards here because next turn he's just gonna threaten us with higher armor. We don't want to leave him low because we're just gonna get hit by an egg bomb play. Yeah, I think armor has more value. Yeah, that's fine. So I value the. Oh my god! Oh my goodness! I'm still drawing fish cards. Right, 15 cards left. So here I think I can put in a little bit damage because to kill my plant, I'll be drawing my mech cards anyways because I drew all my fish cards already. So I think it's fine to put in a little bit of damage here. But it's likely he's gonna armor up anyways. He's on 7. Right, I should have committed the nut there. I think I'm hearing background music still.
Oh yeah, I just did
Okay,
background
sorry.
music.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So over here, crap! I lost count of his damage. I lost count of his energy. 7 played 1 2 1 2 3. Right, it's on 4. I really think we should all in him here. So let's look to kill. He's 61 speed, so no point. Yep, so I'm looking to kill both at the same time. And if he egg bombs me, I'll kill his. Yep, there you go. So I'll kill his fish straight up. And then my beast will kill his dust. So yeah, I think we just won this game.
GGWPJD. You haven't
Nice.
lost a game yet. I think
Yeah.
it's really lucky to stream here for your arena games.
I should be streaming here. Yeah? Shall I go last game?
Sure, but I have one question. Do you
Mhm.
think that a mech on the backline with the Sinister instead of an Acro and probably a Hair Dagger instead of a Notro would actually work for this lineup, or does this lineup only work since the head of your mech is actually using Acro?
I think Sinister is fine, but the issue is it's a little bit weaker 1v1. So for Arco, when you're going 2v2 going into 1v1, you can always go for the kill and speed up. So next time you can go straight for the kill, assuming you have enough energy. So for the Sinister Strike, if up against let's say a bird or a fish, you just lose your turn 1 already. I mean, sorry, once you reach 1v1, they'll definitely outspeed you. But yeah, it definitely works. But Arco is just a little bit overpowered right now, with decent damage, with high armor, and also the speed up effect.
Actually,
Personally,
right now,
mhm.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's actually my first time seeing an aqua like yours to be used on the mid line. Usually it's the Shrimpinators or probably those aquas with all 120 damage, and it's
Yeah,
actually a breather for me to see a really different aqua on the mid line. And with you playing it a while ago, I think it's really a good aqua so far.
yeah. The
So
extra armor actually helps a lot. from the Babylonia, the 50 armor. That's actually pretty useful. And also the early game pokes is pretty good. Like the early game Babylonia on plant, as we see just now, about I think 3 damage casts on the plant nearly took him down already. So a little bit utility over there, but 120 damage with Oranda, with Cuckoo and Crimson Water and Dart. I think Scale Dart. That's also pretty strong.
Yeah, I do agree with you. And after seeing your Aqua, I was actually thinking of getting a new one. Just kidding. Maybe we can proceed with the next arena match. And yeah, probably the next one would be the marketplace after that one. And
So
I think you'll be winning this one as well, since you have the
hopefully,
YGG bootcamp box.
hopefully. Oh, so over here I really want to go aggressive already. It's a sort of like a poison lineup, so we know that their turn was pretty weak. If they don't have their plant cards over here, I think we pretty much just secured the win already. Ah, there you go. Fuck. It's back of 5 with 7 cards. I should be still safe here. Very nice. It's back on 6, 8 cards. All right. So his smart shot is definitely coming here. Oh, it's a double smart shot. Okay. I did not notice that. It's on 7. 7. What are the chances he used up all 7 of his cards? So I'm thinking if I should armor up a little here, or I should just abandon the fish. I think I'm just gonna abandon the fish. Huh? What is going on? Seven. That's the one. He used 1 over there because he already played 1 disguise. So 5. It's 7 now. I don't think this is enough. He can put up pretty high armor with double chomp, but let's see how it goes. The good thing is he can't get to my mech. Yeah, it's dead. He's dead here. So yeah. Seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's back on 4. So definitely I would try to abandon my fish over here. He needs 2 more turns to kill my fish anyways. So I'll keep my cattail as well. Yeah. Okay, so over here we are pretty sure it's gonna hit our plant. Right, no point going for a fish over here, so we can play cattail here. Let's armor up a little. Vegeprite, not much, he's just gonna use up all his energy. There we go. That's nice. Unfortunately, we didn't any of our beast cards. I don't really want to use my heroic here because I want a 0 cost to get rid of his chomp. Do I just pass them? No, I need aggro for the armor, right? Is 3 energy enough to kill him? Yeah, 3 energy is enough to kill him next, so it's fine. So yeah, I think we're pretty good over here. Most likely we won already.
DGWP 4-0 for JD7. I think if this
Nice.
continues, you're gonna be the top one on the leaderboard right now.
Far from it. I think the top 100 right now is 1.8 or 1.9 already. Oh, God, that's creep.
Yeah, that's still great. You're still in the top 22,000. So maybe I'll ask you about this right now. What are your
Hmm.
thoughts on the developers actually did cut off the SLPs gained in the adventures and in the daily quest, but to compensate that, they actually did reward more people with the AXS. So do you think it's a nice trade-off, or is it something good to reduce the minting of the SLPs that's being minted on the game right now in the economy?
I think for communities like us, it's definitely a good thing. Yeah, I mean, in the short term, people would complain. Let's say people with sort of not really like not with lineups that are not as competitive, they would struggle a little. But as long as they manage to get the price of SLP to a more stable location, so as long as the minted SLP, once it goes lower, and if they find a better way to burn SLP, and once SLP prices start increasing, it's just improve the what do you call it? What's the word for it?
Yeah, the price for the tokens, right?
Quality of life of players. We do get less SLP, but if the value is there, I think it's fine. And also, it brings incentive to more players joining us. And as a community, it's easier for us to get more members as well. And also for the AXS part, yeah, definitely. Personally, from my side, I really enjoy playing competitively. So it's really a breath of fresh air to see that the developers are going for sort of a more competitive scenario.
All right. Now that you have mentioned it, actually, I asked this question last week to one of our bootcamp speakers.
Hmm.
Axie Infinity actually did start really non-competitive. When I
Hmm.
started playing Axie Infinity, I really didn't bother that much on playing competitive on Arena. I just played enough just to finish my daily quest. So it
Hmm.
actually actually started as a casual game. Like anyone can play. Your auntie, your grandma, your mother, or even a kid can actually play it, and they can actually earn from it. Since you
Hmm.
get a lot of SLPs from the adventure, you actually had 150 way back. It was got up to 75. Right now it's
Yeah.
zero.
Hmm.
What is your opinion on this as a manager? Handling a lot of scholars, a lot of people. What's your thought on this one? On your recruiting process, and on such things. Since before you can actually hire anyone who can actually just play the game, but right now you actually do need to filter people who can actually do it competitively. And most
Hmm.
likely the lineups that you have previously provided, you also really need to change it right now to the metas or to the lineups that can actually work right now on the arena. So what are the changes that is currently happening on your organization as well?
We pushed a lot of focus on education. The moment we try to go, let's say we have to be a little bit more competitive, definitely it comes with a lot of education. Um, Different players have a different learning curve. So we try to give a lot of support. We put a lot of attention over there to, let's say, coaching scholars. We have a department that helps with coaching as well. So we do want people from different places, from different backgrounds as well. But at the same time, as long as we get the education up, I think it's gonna be fine. It's a little bit more resources there, but I think in a way, having a community benefits over there, whereby instead of let's say if it's just a really straightforward game whereby I can just log in and play by myself, it doesn't incentivize community. So in a way, right now, we need coaching help. We need, let's say, going through games of your peers, your mentors, etc. It really incentivizes community, and I think that's the best of the game. Where we have a pretty good community out there as a whole, I think.
Yeah. I think
Mhm.
right from the bat, where the set started in Axie, I think you guys were really focused on education. Even when the game wasn't this competitive right now. You guys were already hosting some boot camps. You guys are already teaching people. You guys are actually mentoring people already on how to play competitive gaming. So I think you guys actually did prepare, kind of prepare on what's gonna happen right now. So as for your answer also a while ago, you were actually really happy that Axie was moving towards the competitive end, and yeah, also on my end, I was really happy that it is moving also towards a competitive end since we know that we are really competitive when it comes to games, right? So
Mhm.
yeah, JD, would you mind sharing us the lineups that you think could actually help newcomers on Axie? Lineups that can actually work for people who are new to Axie, especially for people who don't really have any background. Then maybe we can also make a lineup that you think is probably gonna be the meta for this season 20. And lastly, a lineup that is your dream lineup without any cost limit. So the sky is the limit. You can actually create any lineup that you want. Okay, I'll be popping up your
Um,
screen as well.
sure. I'll go through the lineup, which I think it's pretty cost efficient and also works pretty well across all stages. I think we spoke about this lineup a little while ago. Showing it. Oh, Jonathan. What? They just got bought out. I think he got bought out already.
Sorry?
I think
The
he got
after the
bought out
journey.
already. Yeah, he got bought out. So yeah, basically a 49 speed mech with Ronin, and then
So actually, you made a mech that's a Rip Donut, right? A Rip Donut mech, and I think it's actually really strong right now due to the buffs also on the imp. It was buffed twice, and I think
mhm.
it's really a strong buff for a really strong skill. Since previously imp was only gotten for the utility that it can bring, right? But right now
Mhm.
it can actually really deal good enough damage, unlike before.
Yeah, it does 120, 22 on plant, so it's really pretty decent. You can actually play Imp even without the Ronin. Double nut, double Imp, it still does pretty decent damage. So yeah, I'm not too sure why. What is a mouth hurricane from? There you go. Yep, so 49 rim with this map, and also the same plant that I was using just now, which is cactus, watering can, pure, also serious. Oh, it got bought out as well. I am so sorry, guys. Yeah, it got completely bought out. It's holding Axies right now. Sorry, sir, I don't. Yeah, the Axies are bought out. Right. Yeah, Seal.
Yeah, it's actually okay.
Yeah,
Um,
unfortunately, the Axies are bought out already. So I don't.
you can
The only
actually
one I can
just
show you is the Tri Spike.
yeah. All right, it's okay. The try spike one.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So pretty much we need a 51 speed Tri Spike, not a 51, not a 50 speed. A 51 speed. A 50 speed will work fine as well, I guess. This is the wrong part. No. So this is the wrong part. We don't need Tawny Caterpillar. We need another fish or bird card here. And for this part, we need the tri. So you go for 51 speed, and it works. It works well with your rim, as it protects you from dark soup. For this, we need the energy gain from the rim. So generally running rim there is a little bit better. If you run Arco, you might have energy issues. Unless your plant, you go for a full energy plant. But that's if you go for full energy plant, your turn one will be pretty weak. So I think it's pretty cost efficient for this now. But I'm honestly not that good at that building or the one building that takes etc. Yeah. So shall we move on to the next thing?
Yeah, we
I don't
can
think I can
actually
provide. I don't think I can. Unfortunately, I don't think I can provide much value here.
It's okay, it's okay.
Mhm.
You have finished creating the lineup that is actually good for the scholars, right? If you have a chance to actually change your current lineup, would you be changing it or no?
Hmm. I mean, when I look at stuff like this, I always look at in a scholarship point of view. So it really has to be a cost efficient lineup. So I'm not the one. I'm not really the one to actually look at lineups and stuff like that. So I really don't have much input there.
All right,
Unfortunately, sorry about that.
that's okay. It's okay. Maybe we can go back in Axie and maybe we can replay some of your games and maybe you can guide us on what are the thought processes that went through when you were playing
Sure.
that game. Maybe
Let's
explain to us on
go.
why you decided on doing that move and such, or how you predicted it.
Sure. Oh, I think this one was pretty sweet. Right. I think it's this one. Oh, wrong button. Sorry. Yep, so pretty standard turn one. I know he's a pretty combo heavy deck with the. This bird might go aggressive, but even if he does go aggressive, he won't be able to kill my plant. So even if my plant dies, I'll still be able to play Aqua Storm. And there's no Aqua cards here, so Aqua Storm has not much value besides the AD armor. So I'm not incentivized to play my plant here. Yep. So over here I play my Aqua Storm because I don't need to keep it anymore. There's no Aqua cards here. So I'm honestly looking to kill the dust in one turn, probably with 3 nuts and 1 heroic. Unfortunately, I didn't get the draw, so I went for the pure damage with my fish. So I timed the cattail here pretty well. Yep. So over here, I opted to go all in on both axes. Because pretty much even if he doesn't, let's say he doesn't go for a bomb, I'll still kill his dust and my mech will kill his piece. So if we do that, we win the game already. But if he goes for egg bomb, I know my fish has enough damage to kill the fish, and my mech will finish up his dust. So I can actually overcommit here, because on a 2v1 situation, there's no way his beast is winning my mech. So here we just won the game.
GG.
Mhm.
Actually, that was really a nice move coming from you. At first I thought you went too much, but yeah, it was really more of making sure that you killed both Axies on that turn, right?
Mhm.
I think if you really played that low, it could have a really bad cons for your lineup, right?
Yeah, so let's say if he actually went all right, let's just go through it real quick. So if he actually went full armor here, and I undercommit my fish, it would be pretty bad as well. So he'll just heal up, and basically what happened is I'll commit my fish and my mech all on his dust. So pretty much I do have to try to make sure I kill him with my plant. With my fish. But if he actually went full armor here with leak double heal, I think I'll still be able to kill him. So I'm worried that he goes full armor here, more so than him egg bombing me. Because I have my double arco. Now I'll be drawing my double arco soon. Even if he egg bombs me, I can double arco the beast and outspeed his bird anyways.
On that turn, were you actually expecting that his bird is going to be using an egg bomb,
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah. So two ways that will happen here. Either he egg bombs and I undercommit and I don't kill his bird. So that pretty much we would have lost as well. Or he over armors his dust and I undercommit as well. So I have to make sure that I do not undercommit to either one of these play. As long as I go through one of their axes, either their dust or their bird, my mech will pretty much kill the mid line already. So I'm pretty fortunate that I drew a lot. I kept a lot of cards over here. Without enough card draws, I think I would have lost this game because you just swoop twice and won the game.
Actually, I have a question on that one. I think this is more of a really subjective topic. When it comes to playing Axie, is it better to undercommit and just to undercommit or to overcommit? Because there's a thin line between the two of them, right? Sometimes it's better
Mhm.
if you did undercommit, but sometimes it's better if you really did overcommit. So, on your standpoint, most of the time, is it better to undercommit or to overcommit?
If you're faster, if both your damage dealers are faster, then it's fine to undercommit. But if let's say if you're running a slow DPS, then it's fine to overcommit because you need the armor anyways. But you have to make sure you have enough cards. So you need stuff like cattail, etc.
Oh, that's a really good insight. Actually, it's the first time that it's answered like that one.
Mhm.
Usually, they actually do suggest to overcommit rather than undercommit. But right now, you gave us a perspective on when we should actually do overcommit or undercommit, and it actually
Mhm.
do depend on the lineup that you are using.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe we can review one more game, and we can actually move on some of the updates or the flow of Axie in the future, the future of
Sure.
Axie.
Oh, I played against a anemone just now. Let's look at the anemone one. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong button.
Yeah, since we're also replaying this one, what are your thoughts on the recent nerfs on the anemones? Was it just okay, or did they too hard on the anemones?
I think it's a bad timing. I honestly think the nerf is fine, but back then when they nerfed, I think they nerfed it from 75 to 70. Yeah, so back then it was a pretty bad timing because double plant was the main meta. So that 5 damage actually makes a lot of difference. But let's say we transition to the meta right now, even with the 70 damage, I think it's still playable. It's definitely much weaker, but it won't be as bad as during back then. But right now, I think Anemone is a pretty stable lineup. We can easily go 1.6, 1.8. Yeah, it's pretty stable. Assuming, of course, assuming you played right. So yeah, I went for I straight up underplay here. I know I can't kill him with this, but my Arco will outspeed him. I actually thought that one arco was enough to outspeed a 51 bird. Sorry, a 59 bird. That's why I went for this play. If I knew that one arco isn't enough to outspeed him, I would have used double arco instead. I know I can leave him at low health because my beast will be faster than him, and I have spare cards to actually finish him off. Right. So fortunately, he actually went for the straight up damage. I honestly do think that for this lineup, it's fine to be a little bit passive. You can actually just wait for a swoop and try for the double swoop and leave the plant alive. So he went straight up, and I got a lot of value with my Aquastar. Yeah, so if he actually committed a little bit more damage, he would have killed me. But I think he held back on the egg bomb. So he went for the soup right now. By this time, I already used up my mech cards, so I'm just gonna let it die. So over here, I know that he's at lower energy, so I can still play my plant. I still have decent damage. I still have decent armor here. So I can actually just play my plant and play a double kill slap. I have so much energy, so I don't need double kill slap. Yep. So I have all the cards, I have all the energy I need, so I don't mind overcommitting my damage here. I actually tried to go for the double kill. I tried to kill his fish and then go for the bird right away. So yeah, I could have still lost here. If he had 4 energy, he could have swooped me and then kill my plant. But since he was at 2, I'm in a pretty safe. So over here, we went 159 armor. Even if he had 4 energy and he went egg bomb, double egg bomb, double blackmail, he wouldn't kill me as well. It's not as clean. I did a few misplays here. But yeah, it's a pretty stable lineup. We can go up to against pretty much a lot of lineups.
GGWP, yeah, I think that lineup is really well balanced. It's more of an upgraded ABP, and most of the scholars even way back had an ABP lineup. So
Yeah.
a mech really does make a big difference, and
Mhm.
yeah, it's actually really good. For now, what are your thoughts also? I have this question that I wanted to ask a while ago.
Oh,
What are your thoughts on the Dawn classes, Axies? They were recently buffed and their max speed right now is 57. Does it actually do
mhm.
make a difference? We'll be seeing more of the Dawn classes in the competitive standpoint, or is the Dawn classes still being outshined by the other classes?
So back then, during the first buff of the Dawn, we could see a lot of people buying out the Dawns and started breeding Dawns. Yeah. So unfortunately, we weren't confident in that Axie yet, so we didn't take part in actually trying out with the Dawn. Oh, one second. There you go. So we didn't actually take part in trying out the Dawn. I honestly do think that we really need a lot of time to go trial and error and try out the Dawn. But until now, we haven't seen any usable Dawn yet, or sort of meta decks. But I'm sure it can be used in the mid tiers. I think it's fine.
Yeah, actually, right now most of the dons are still bird or aqua, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
think it's gonna be more of a hybrid don when it becomes somewhat more competitive. But I think people are still trying to test it out. But if I'm not mistaken, don classes are one of the more expensive axes, and it's really hard to experiment with it right now
Yeah,
since
yeah.
the economy is kind of really not that stable. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's going to the good and the right direction right now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, GD, will be asking you some of the things that is actually probably interesting to our scholars.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the recent pumps up the SLP. What do you think is the main reason behind it? Probably, or just your own thoughts, or own thoughts as a manager as well.
I personally do think that the current pump is by demand. People are buying out SLP thinking it will increase. So I do believe that it will increase, but not that quickly. Right? We need to see. We need a lot of time to actually let the price slowly increase by natural demand. Because right now the minted SLP is much lower, but it's not. You don't get a sudden hike in price just because the minted SLP is lower. Right. So I think it's
Yeah.
purely just people playing around with the market.
Okay, so basically, it's still gonna be it's still the price of the SLP is still not stable right now, right? So, what
Yeah.
do you think would probably be the floor price for it or its support? The new support right now, since the price already actually did quadrupled from I think yesterday or in the other
Mm-hmm.
day. So
Mm-hmm.
people are actually hyping it up right now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 3 times I think. Yeah. Floor price, it's really hard to tell, but I think it's fine if it's at 0.06 USD. It's really great already. I think it's more. It's a very good farm already.
Also on the
0.06
manager's
USD.
point of view of JD, I had this question last week on also
Mm-hmm.
on a manager, and actually when the price of SLP started to dip, they were actually experiencing a lot of problems. Like scholars are actually not playing their access anymore, or
Mm-hmm.
scholars are actually quitting the game right now, since I don't think they are seeing anything for Axie. Axie back then, but right now, since the price are starting to pump up, do you say that you guys also had an influx of the applications in Descent, or did your scholars actually did stray through the rough times?
Yeah. I think. I do think every guild experienced the same thing, whereby during that time was the lowest point was 0.0009, was it? It was less than 1 cent, 1 cent per SLP. That time was pretty tough. Definitely we turnovers as well, but instead we tried to switch our focus into strengthening our community. So we started organizing weekly events, little events, games, sort of boot camps like this. Also internal tourneys. We try to make stuff fun and try to make events based on the community. So I think the main thing was during that 2 3 months we're finding ways to share our vision more, because for we are looking at Axie Infinity and NFT game as a long-term solution, not a short-term solution. So we understand that that's a small hump that everyone have to go through. So as long as we manage to keep sort of our loyal members, it's we have to find a way to keep loyal members. Sorry,
So
mainly
yeah,
through community engagement.
it still boils down on maintaining a good community and educating them, that actually
Yeah.
do makes them stay, right. And I think
Mm-hmm.
the people right now also switch their perspective more of the play to earn, but they are actually just now playing to win, just like other games. Do you agree with that?
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Can you
Aside
rephrase that?
yeah. Right now, I think most of the scholars who have actually stayed way back when the price was still below a cent, I think most of them
Mm-hmm.
just stayed because of the game itself rather than the earning perspective. So the
Yeah,
people who
definitely.
have stayed back then, yeah, um, and it's really nice that Decent actually do educate their players rather than just motivates them through the earnings that they get from the game. This would actually make a more sustainable community rather than money based driven communities, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Aside from Axie Infinity, does Descent look towards other games or no?
We've been researching and we've been dipping our toes a little bit on other games, but we are not open to like we're not open for other scholarships right as of now. We're still focusing on Axie Infinity right now.
I see.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, what are the updates for Sky Mavis or that you are actually excited on? like land or origin,
Yeah,
which updates right now for the Sky Mavis are you looking forward as
I,
entire community as well in Descent?
I think all of us are really excited for Lands and V3. Yeah, so we aren't really sure how V3 is gonna be like, but with the additional two parts that will be in play as well, we have completely no idea how that game is gonna go, and also how Lands will start encouraging sort of a more community-based game. So right now the game pretty much all our community engagement goes through more sort of not it's not that intuitive, but as Lands comes out, people are sort of incentivized or kind of forced to play as a community. So that's really exciting for us.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I do definitely agree with that. And also, can I also have your take on Ron? Did you actually what do you call this? Ask your scholars to actually do farm Ron instead of sell their SSPs right away, or do you guys see a future on Ron as a token for Sky Mavis?
Yeah, I kind of think that I kind of believe that Ron will have a better burning rate compared to SLP. But in terms of suggesting our scholars to let's say put in staking for stuff like this, we actually don't suggest anything that's related to financial. Yeah, we avoid that line. But yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
I do believe the burning for Ron will be better.
Yeah, I bet you guys are telling it's not a financial advice or something like
Yeah.
that. That's really
Yeah.
that's really used in a lot of YouTube videos.
Mhm.
For Axie, what more features do you think that they need to add up for the game to be better, for the SLPs to get burned? Do you guys have any suggestions for any SLP burning mechanics, or do you think the game right now is really stable and really good on a good spot right now?
Oh, I'm a strong supporter of the emoji. I really want emoji in Axie. You can start spamming emoji to your opponents. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think sort of maybe a. Have you played Hearthstone before?
What? Sorry.
Hearthstone.
Hearthstone, yeah. I have played
Yes,
it.
sort of like what do you call it? When you run out of cards and you start burning your HP instead.
Ah,
I think that'd be pretty cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So aggressive decks are forced to play more aggressive, and control decks are forced to play more control. I think
Oh yes,
that'd be pretty interesting.
since you also went through the mechanics of the game itself, I think Axie is the only card game that actually has critical on its mechanic. What is actually your perspective on that? Since most of the card games are actually you prepare for it and you actually can predict most of it, but right now. Even way back in Axie, sometimes all the things that you have planned out actually crumbles up due to one random critical. So, what are your thoughts on the critical for the game one?
Yeah, I think most of us don't like it. Yeah. We try to play our games in terms. We try to have try to not to let the game be affected by RNG that much. That's where that's when that's where what do you call it? That's where experience and skill comes in. But when RNG just comes in, you can just lose any single game. But yeah, I'm really on the fence on that because in a way RNG works both ways. You can get crit, but you can crit as well. So I guess it's fine. So I'm pretty much on the fence on it.
Yeah, that's actually true. Actually, people only rants about the criticals whenever it is against their side. But actually, when you are the one doing the criticals, you're actually fond of the criticals, right? So
Mhm.
yeah, that's really funny.
Yeah, I have to agree. It's pretty stressful when you're playing 4 or 5 games in a row and you get crit every single round. It's pretty stressful. I have to agree at that.
Also, what are your general tips that you can actually give out to all our viewers who are interested in Axie? What are the things that they need to prepare, to look at, and to be what I call this, to try to do in order to be better at Axie? What are the things that they can practice?
I think the key is really you have to communicate. You have to engage with the community, right? Whether whichever guild that you're joining, it's important to engage with the guild. whether it's just standard streaming or games at night, or getting to know each other. I think that really keeps the game alive. If you are running this game by yourself, you're not communicating with anyone else. It'll be pretty stale until the ends come out. That is.
Yeah, I agree with that. How do you deal with tilts, JD? Or how do you ask the people on your community to handle tilt? Since yeah, the game is actually real tilting on sometimes when you do have lose streaks, and it actually really do affects the gameplay, right? If
Yeah,
you're
it does.
playing on a tilt. So how
That
do you
does.
guys suggest your people to handle tilt for Axie?
Turn off the game, take a breather. If you have 5 energy left, just go full arena. Just go full adventure. But right now, adventure isn't working, so we can't do that anymore. But yeah, just take a breather. I think that's the best way. When you start tilting, you just go on a lose streak. It's really tough to play, but you also have to understand that bad days happen. As long as you maintain a certain level of knowledge and skill across the board, across 1 month, you're gonna have a pretty good win rate. But out of that 1 month, losing, let's say, 15 games a day it's common. So you aren't no one is guaranteed a 50% win rate, right?
Yeah, that's true. All right, GD, just a few more points. Now adventure is actually being removed on the game, right? Do you think that it's going to have a comeback anytime soon on the near future? Like incentivize them with something else rather than SLP. Maybe those incentives could actually bring you emojis or something. Or do you think they're totally going to cut off the adventure after this season?
So that's where we are a little bit confused as well, because as you know, once land come out, once we have Chimera, those things we need level to actually hunt Chimeras, yeah. And now we actually don't have a mechanism to level up our Axis, so that's where we're a little bit confused as well. Now that Axis level is not in play, what are we gonna do with Chimeras? How are we gonna find that level? So I think that's I don't think we can. Oh, okay, I don't think we can actually answer for that as of now. But I do hope I do hope we are able to get a way to actually level up. Probably maybe without using energy. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so basically, it's more of I actually haven't tried playing adventure now. Does it still consume your energy or it doesn't?
I think it does. I think it does. I think you can still get level, but you don't get the SLP. But no one will
so,
actually do
yeah.
that.
So basically, they just remove the SLP from the adventure, but it still eat up your energy and still levels your Axie, right?
Yeah, I think it still does. It still does. Basically, the whole thing is over there. The only thing that's missing is the SLP and the dailies.
Actually, this is one of the things that I have in my mind. Since Axie actually is more of a scholar-driven community, most of its players are actually scholars, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when we introduce a burning mechanic for the game, how do you think the scholars will actually use their SLP to burn on an Axie that isn't even theirs? Or do you think that the SLP burning mechanics that Axie should think of is more focused on the managers rather than on the scholars? Since if you're going to think it this way, example,
Mm-hmm.
if there's an emoji feature, right, and you need to burn an
Mm-hmm.
SLP, and those SLP stays on your account. Those what they call it emoji stays on your account. If
Mm-hmm.
ever you graduate or you buy your own team and let go of your scholar account, basically you just actually did burn your SLP on that account, and it's not even yours. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
think people are gonna get pushed on burning SLPs that way. Or is there probably a better way on how to do it? Maybe target the managers instead or something.
Oh, it's actually pretty interesting. I've never thought of it that way, to be honest. Yeah. Um, yeah, that's actually pretty interesting. Because as we know right now, likely they're gonna be using Ronin they're gonna be burning the LP in Ronin, yeah. Sorry, one second, guys. Technical error.
Wait, let me pull you out of stream, then I'll bring you back. Hold on. Let's try it this time.
Is it working now?
No, unfortunately, no. I can see your screen. Actually, you're moving here on the other side, but on my screen, it's actually not moving.
Still not working?
Yeah, it's still not working. By the way, guys, if you
Oh
also
no.
have other questions, please drop it down on Facebook, Twitch, or on YouTube. Or you can actually drop down your comments here on the YGG Discord channel on the English voice text. So, well, JD is still here. You can still ask a lot of questions. So, guys, also join the Discord YGG right now since we're going to have two giveaways for our viewers here on the Discord channel. Okay, JD, I think you can already proceed uh, with your thoughts a while ago. Sorry.
Okay. Um, so I think if we actually centralize it into, I mean, we can do it in a manual way as a scholarship provider, where we can centralize all the SLP, whatever that needs to be burned, we burn from one account, and then whatever it is, we pass it to the scholars that wants it or actually bought it, apostrophe bought it.
There you
I
go.
think that will work. It's working now.
It,
Nice.
it
Okay.
worked for quite a bit, but that's okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, we can actually centralize it from our side, but in terms of the actual how they can actually implement it, I really have no idea. Unfortunately, it's kind of beyond my league.
Yeah, actually, since Axie Infinity actually did start the NFT, they are actually facing the first tier problems for all the NFT games, and
Mhm.
developers are actually currently looking at how Axie will be handling these issues so they can actually adapt it to their game as well, especially on the tokenomics and on the burning mechanics of the game. And right now, definitely the burning mechanic for the SLP is really not there yet. It's more on targeting on the breeders, but not everyone is a breeder. So I think they're
Mhm.
still finding ways, and I know once the other features gets released, I think that's gonna be the answer for this one. Yeah, really, thank you so much for answering all of our questions. And if you have any last words or any parting words for the community, what are the things that you want to share before we actually wrap things off?
Yeah. So just a short one, quick one. Really thank you for this opportunity. Thanks to YGG and also Seal. And for the people who wants to get to know more about our guild, Descent C, you can jump in our Discord or our Facebook. Other than that, thank you so much for dropping by, and thanks for inviting.
All right, thank you so much, JD. And since you actually did stream for tonight for YGG's bootcamp, we are going to give you a
Mhm.
streamer package. So it's
Oh,
actually the
nice.
one that I've unboxed on my YouTube channel and other streamers as well. It composed of a YGG hat, a YGG jacket, a YGG sticker, a YGG RGB mouse mat, and a YGG mug. So I think Steffi will be sending you a link later on how to apply for those things.
Mhm.
Um, Guys, if you have questions, last questions, last minute questions for our speaker JD, please drop it down on the English voice text or on Facebook. And maybe JD, you can also invite the people for on your community to also join the Discord channel for our giveaway for tonight.
Sure. So, guys, if you could jump at YGG's channel, I think it's discord.gg/YGG, yes?
Yeah, that's right.
So, if you could jump inside YGG's channel, and it's at the English channel, let me just take a look. It's at the English voice. We're doing a giveaway right now, are we?
Yeah, actually, you are going to be the one deciding on how we will be facilitating the giveaway. So it can be a quiz, it could be a social media post or something. You can ask them to comment on something, or you can actually do a bring me. A bring me, you can actually ask them to take a selfie of whatever you wanted them to take a selfie on. And the first one who actually dropped their answer on the English voice text wins a YGG merch. So yeah, the
Oh,
YGG
nice.
merch also includes YGG cap, YGG mug, and YGG sling bag for our viewers.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. So, do we go now, or do we wait for a couple of minutes?
Um, Do you have any any other parting words, or do you want to continue with the giveaway right now?
Yeah, I think we can go ahead with the giveaway.
Okay, so how do we facilitate the giveaway for tonight?
So the first person who brings a selfie with an orange and and a toilet plunger. Is that
An
and a
orange
toilet
and
plunger
both
and a
at the
toilet
same time for
plunger?
the one price?
No, we're going two, yeah. So one of each.
Oh, one of each.
Oh, I shouldn't.
Orange
I
and
shouldn't. I shouldn't open up both at the same time, right?
yeah, yeah. So for now,
Right,
I think
fine.
it's just orange.
Yeah, orange.
Okay, guys, go. Good luck.
This is actually pretty fun. We might take these sort of events. We might copy these sort of events.
Yeah, this is one thing that you can actually do, and I think people are now finding oranges in their house, in their refrigerator or something, and they actually do need to take a selfie on it, and to make sure that they're still buying according to Spice. We Someone's typing right now. Does orange saw the count?
No,
No, it should be an orange. Oh, there you
there you
go.
go. Is that an onion? It is an onion.
It is an onion.
That's a bonus
Is
point.
it an onion? Yeah.
That's a
I thought
bonus
it was
point
a
right
garlic.
there.
Okay, so our first winner is the Martini Police. I'll be messaging you a link on how to claim your merch. So next item, JD, for the last item that we're going to give away.
Next item. Can we have a selfie with a cutting board?
Cutting board.
That's
Go,
pretty random,
guys.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's very random. Actually, one of our guests before actually did ask the people to bring a picture of their ex lover.
Oh, that is good. Damn, that is actually pretty good.
It's okay. You
And
still have
then
a lot of opportunities in the future, bro.
bring
Yeah,
a
cutting
bring a
board.
photo bring a photo of your ex lover, and then one of my friends will bring a photo of nothing, and he'll win.
It would be a sad day for him.
Mhm.
Yeah, while we're waiting for the the photo of them, GD, how's the start of S20? Do you think the team actually did learn from what they did on the Bone Sale previously, the Bone Sale mid season nerf, or do you think they still need a few more things to work on it?
I think it's bound to happen, like loopholes and exploits. At least it's bound to happen because we're really still a young game, right? So it's bound to
Yeah.
happen, sort of stuff like this, especially when and V3 is coming out soon. We have more cards. So stuff like this is definitely going to happen. So it's really up to them how they can balance it out as quick. And I think balancing a game really takes a long time. It's not something you can do overnight. You really need
Yeah,
to go through a
that's
lot of trial
definitely
and
true.
error. Yeah.
Also, this game actually has a lot of people's investment and money on it. So if you do a wrong
Hmm.
calibration or a wrong adjustment on certain skills that actually kills off the certain Axie or that certain card, it would actually
Hmm.
have a lot of money implication on those end, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I think people doesn't have a cutting board in their homes. Maybe we can. Oh, wait, we have
There
one.
you go. Is that a
Yeah.
cutting board? That barely counts, right?
Wait, that looks like a cutting board, but do you think that counts already or?
Yeah, that counts. That counts.
All right, congratulations, Rix Rin. Is she from Descent or from YGG? Actually, not
Descent,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll be flashing the link of the send also on the screen right now. So guys, if you are actually interested on more updates for the Sensei, you can actually follow them here on this Facebook link that is flashed on the screen right now. And once again, JD, thank you so much for coming by and sharing us your time and expertise on Axie Infinity. And we actually hope that we see you back maybe it's you or maybe some of your other boot campers as well, since I know that you guys have a good educational system on your guild as well. Any
Mhm.
parting words or last words before we actually end off the live?
Nah, I think I'm good. No, I think I'm good. But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the invitation. It's really an eye opener. I think we've learned a lot here as well.
All right. Thank you so much. And everyone who actually did watch our stream, stayed on our Discord channel and also on the Sense Discord channel. Thank you so much for dropping by. And I hope you guys learned a lot because I definitely did. And it was a really nice perspective coming from a manager's perspective to see a lot of insights coming from JD. So, guys, see you again on Monday for our next Axie Infinity Bootcamp. It's going to be a Filipino stream. And good night to everyone. See you guys soon. Bye, guys.
Do we